Hi Capricorn, I hope you are doing well. Okay, I can't tell if you guys are in the middle of something at work or if it's some kind of legalities or a he said, she said kind of deal. Um, okay, stay your course on what you're doing. I want to say this though, if you're, choose your words, be very careful what you say and who you say it to. Steer clear of gossip. Um, Steer clear of too many cooks in the kitchen. I think it could pull you off of, trust your intuition here, okay, is what I'm going to say. I think you're starting to get a little bit more confident or get your footing around something here. It's funny because Cancer, their reading could be the other half of this in some areas. For some of you, again, I think that if you didn't watch Capricorn, because I think that there's something in the realm for some of you with, you may do something that you regret. Okay, so stay your course here. I think for some of you, if there's some kind of workplace thing or there's something that you're doing that could bite you in the ass, don't do it, because it will come home to roost. It won't end in a good way. But if you stay your moral high ground, and by that I mean what your intuition is telling you to do, right? I think for some of you, and I'm just going to put it out here because Cancer's cards flew out. Yours were like hard as a rock to get to come out, and then when they came out, the last three flew out. So I think that's kind of telling to me, stick to what you're doing, keep things kind of the way you're going, keep things to yourself, or don't get in arguments. And then, the end I kind of got, they flew out, because I think things, if you are able to do that, keep things tight-lipped. What is it? Tight lips, whatever, just don't seek ships or whatever. I think keep your course, be quiet about what you're doing. Don't entertain people that are going in a different direction, because I think that this will benefit you in the end. Okay, so the cards coming in, we've got this is like it's kind of just saying, it's kind of like the Eve card. It says that it's a person with our good faults and our bad faults. Nobody's perfect, okay? But it just says, trust yourself here, trust your abilities, trust your intuition, trust your creativity. I'll go into them more once I get them through. Now you've got the Prudence card in reverse. Okay. You've got 8 of Coins in reverse. You're just going to need to be patient. I think there's something you're waiting for here, or you're trying to, there's something that I think you're in the middle of some kind of legality or something. Okay. Now your blind spot here, we've got the Moon card. Okay. And I want to say, I think you're going to have to break things down from what's concrete, All right. Now the outcome here, the opportunities coming here, you've got the 6 of Swords and the Temperance card. Okay, that's why I'm saying the 6, I think things will go your way, but I think where you're at right now, or the beginning of the month, you may want to keep to yourself a little bit here. Reserve judgments, keep your mind where it needs to be, keep your head where it needs to be, keep your integrity where it needs to be. Trust your creativity, pay attention to your intuition. Okay. Again, I think that someone is really pushing your buttons. You could be on either end of this. I can't hit it from every angle, but I think somebody, and we all have these things. We all have, we're all calm, cool, and collected until, we've either taken 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag and our head pops off, or we should have said something and we didn't, or we said too much, or something here. But your advice is to kind of just keep things how you've been doing them. I think that you get a revelation on something here. I think something really comes to light here, and I think that it kind of alleviates doubt through here, which is coming from this, which is your blind spot. I don't think you're really able to see something, and you may have a bunch of, I just feel a lot of chattering around you. Okay, I would suggest to you, until this thing works itself out, choose who you're talking to about things and choose whose 2 cents you're going to take on something. Okay, I think that, or there's a third person involved here, like there's a third party, something like you're, it's a legality and someone is speaking on your behalf, or you're speaking on someone's behalf. Now this is where I think that this may play into a little bit of where Cancer's rule was, their thing is, because if you're in the midst of something here, if you're married, don't have any external affairs right now. If you're being pressed at something in the job front, stay away from your boss. Just, there's something here where you want to abstain from something that you know is going to bite you in the butt right now. That could be, I'm not even going to elaborate on how that could come out, but I just feel like there's something here that can really hurt you if you don't stay your course, okay? Also, cut yourself some slack, because if something happened in the past where you're either being judged or you're judging someone else, I think there's someone's behavior around you leaves you very, very uncomfortable. For some reason, too, I think that you feel threatened. This could be, like some kind of relationship where you think there's a third person here and you're jealous of them, or something's going on where it could be anything. It doesn't need to be a one-on-one relationship. It can be something where you think someone's maybe talking behind your back, or there's just something leaves you I feel very unsettled. I feel very like my hair is up, like I'm on edge here, like something is not leaving you feeling really great right now. Someone I think around you is really, I think that your views are very different on something, or your truths are very different on something. I'm going to say here, try to not judge this, because sometimes it's not right or wrong. It's whatever it is, right? Sometimes it's a little of both is usually where the real truth lies. Don't force your views on someone else, or don't allow those to be forced on you. Again, I can't tell what side you're on here. Again, watch arguments, watch what you say about other people. I think, because if this is a scenario where there's some kind of something going on in the work front or something don't get involved in things that are going on, because I think that if you don't I think you're going to need to be tight-lipped, like I said, coming into this, because I think if you don't, I think that no matter who's right or wrong here, I think you'll pay the price for this. So try to just, be patient, stay out of, trust your intuition here was the main thing. Okay, I thought the camera shut off. I'm sorry. I think, too, what you're going to see is you somehow, again, someone feels like everything I've done here, nothing is paying off. You planted something a bit ago, and you're not seeing anything. But sometimes, and I feel it here, too, that Temperance card on the outbound, that card is a blessing card. Something is brewing here behind the scenes. It will come to fruition. Whatever you think you're not going to get the reward for, you will. It's just you don't quite see it yet. Okay, so something is brewing here. Okay, something you laid the groundwork for, or you know, maybe you're carving out a path and you're the only one going in this direction and you're meeting a lot of resistance. That could be it too, okay? Very soon, you're going to see this is going to unfold. I don't feel like it's far off. I really don't. I think that, though, how the cards came out, they came out tight in the beginning and they flew out in the end. So I think maybe mid-month you'll start to see some of this loosen up a little bit, okay? Because I think at this point, you're not able to see really what is. I have a feeling too that this is like women chatter, and I'm not being sexist or whatever, but this is like, I just keep hearing a lot of chatter, like so much chatter that I think that it's confusing you. You're not quite sure, he said, she said kind of deal, like what the hell is true and what's not. But I think, again, you feel very uneasy, very threatened, very insecure on where you don't feel like you're on solid ground here. Come at things, again, this is where I'll say take the paper out. If it's practical, you want to keep your emotions out of this. This is, I think emotions are really all over the place, so you want to have a grounded, practical, logical approach for this. I think there's negotiations here. This could be something, honestly, this could be some kind of sexual harassment suit or something at work, or this could be something like this where someone's inappropriate behavior is being pulled into something. Honestly, I think that if there's a lawsuit here, I think that you win it. Trust me, it's just a gut feel up that I've got on this, that there's some kind of legality here that you will start to see that you win this negotiation thing. I'm gonna say here, try to avoid this. Like if you're having like you've just got too many cooks in the kitchen here, drama, all of this. You don't need everybody else weighing in on this, whatever this is, because I think that it's causing you a little more anxiety than you need. I can also think that there's a lot of people, everyone has their own opinion on something. And again, it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. And I mean, okay, let's see. I think, again, don't be distracted. Don't be pulled into drama. Keep your eye on what's important right now and forget the rest. Really, forget the rest. Choose who you're spending time with and what the content of those conversations are. Your main takeaway from here is you've got way too much drama in here, and I think it's more than needs to be, you know. I just feel it's like one of the housewives scenarios, whatever, those, housewives of wherever, the Bravo channel meets like a general hospital or something. There's too much nonsense in here. I think too, if you don't silence this or distance yourself, I think it's going to pull you out of your goal here. It's going to pull you away from what you're trying to actually do here. I really feel like contracts or signed statements, or that's why I'm saying be very careful the he said, she said. You don't want to, if this is even verbal or written or whatever, just choose your words wisely, because I think that it will come back to bite you if you don't. Somehow maybe your words get twisted or something. Just I think you do have someone in here, though, I think that is able to tell you something that kind of, I think your head is about to pop off. I think you're either wicked frustrated about something. This is like, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, we see not always the great side of someone when, everybody's got the side. Not everyone can be calm, cool, and collected. Sometimes we're just not at our best. And I think that either someone in your sphere is like that, or someone is pushing you to maybe not show up in your best try to keep your, just try to keep your composure. Try to keep your, keep your emotions in check. Again, I'm going to say, because I see it at the beginning and I see it at the end, your integrity is going to be called into question here. So my advice to you is to really, really think you're under the microscope. So I would strongly suggest that you just refrain from anything that you know could in any way, shape, or form, even if it's a 1% consequence here. I'd steer clear of it. This is like where, honestly, you're going to want to refrain from something here. No matter how bad you want it, really restrain yourself from it right now, because I think that it could have consequence for you. I think, though, if you play your cards right and trust your intuition on this, you're going to come out ahead here. For some of you, it's lawsuit things. For some of you, it's inner office things going on. It's that kind of stuff. I feel that, you're being put under the microscope right now, or you're having to put someone else under the microscope. So I really think, though, that it's you who's going to have to take the above board approach to something right now, that kind of thing. That's what I've got. Check out Cancer's reading. I don't know. There's just something here about indiscretions and maybe things that, if you've got an office policy, say, for example, right, where you can't date the people that you work with, I would steer clear of that, because if you think that you're going to fly under the radar, I think something is being brought up here. And I think that there's more than just, I think that something is really being brought up here. So maybe this could be some kind of, sexual harassment thing, or some kind of lawsuit, or something going on here where behavior is being brought into the question here. So that's what I've got. I hope that I helped you in some way. This is, I think by the middle of the month, you'll start to see this thing go in a direction. So that's what I've got. I hope that I helped you. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. We can look at this. But I can only hit it from so many angles. So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way.